Think of a village that appears only once every 10 years, and if you don't leave before morning, you will stay there forever. This story tells a love story that transcends time and space. Hear about the extraordinary events that took place in a village that was lost years ago and the mysterious girl I met there. It all started one summer night, when my car ran out of gas. A timeless encounter. Nearly a decade ago, I lived in a bustling city that became unbearably hot in the summer. Longing for a change, I decided to visit the countryside, where I could stroll through the woods and enjoy the green trees. I owned a small red car and a map, so I set off one night, driving until I reached the rural areas. The summer was particularly beautiful that year, and the early mornings in the countryside were stunning. The sun shone brightly, the sky was a clear blue, and birds sang from the trees. Suddenly, my car came to an unexpected halt. What now? I wondered. Oh no, I've run out of petrol. I realized I would have to walk to find a town and buy some fuel, but according to the map, I was nowhere near any town. I felt lost in the vast countryside. Just then, I spotted a girl walking down the road, holding a bunch of flowers. She wore a long dress, and her shiny, black hair cascaded down her back. She was incredibly beautiful, and I felt compelled to talk to her. "Hello," I greeted her. "I'm lost. Can you tell me where I am?" She appeared startled, so I spoke more gently. "I've run out of petrol. Do you know where I can get some?" Her blue eyes met mine, and she smiled. "Follow me to the village. Maybe we can help you," she said. I followed her eagerly, and we walked for quite a distance. There's no village on the map, I thought. Maybe it's too small to be marked. Eventually, we arrived at a quaint, old village. The houses were black and white, and very small. Animals roamed freely around. The girl led me to a house and invited me in. The interior was clean yet peculiar. A fire burned in the hearth, with food cooking above it. I realized I was hungry. How unusual, I thought. They cook over a wood fire. I met her parents and liked them immediately. They were kind, though their clothes seemed outdated. The old man offered me a drink, which was dark brown and very strong. Although I didn't understand their customs, I felt comfortable there. I asked about getting petrol, but the old man seemed confused. "What is petrol?" he asked. This is odd, I thought. Do they walk everywhere? "Oh no, we use horses," the old man said with a smile. "Horses?" I wondered. Why don't they have cars? But I kept my thoughts to myself. I spent the whole day with them, enjoying their hospitality, and had dinner there. Later, the girl, whose name was Lily, and I walked in the garden. "This is wonderful," she said. "We love having visitors. We don't see many people here." We chatted happily, but after a while, she grew quiet and looked sad. "I can't tell you much," she said softly. "You're just a visitor here. We have to say goodbye tonight. You need to leave now." I didn't understand. I had fallen for her and wanted to stay. "Why must I go?" "It's dangerous for you to stay," she insisted. Reluctantly, I agreed to leave. "I'll go to the next town to find petrol and return," I said. Lily didn't respond. "I love you, Lily," I said. "I'll come back for you. You can't stop me." She bid me farewell at the door, her expression filled with sorrow. I, too, felt heartbroken. It was midnight, and the night was pitch black as I walked away. Exhausted, I finally reached a town, found some petrol, and asked about the village. The man at the petrol station gave me a puzzled look. "What village?" he asked. I described the village, the old houses, and the people's strange attire. He listened, then said, "There was a village there, but it's gone now. People tell strange stories about it." "What stories?" I asked, intrigued. He hesitated but then shared, "The village burned down, and everyone perished. There are no people or houses there anymore." "How could that be?" I wondered. "That happened 350 years ago." Then, I recalled their old-fashioned clothes, the long hair, the wood fire, and the horses. "I saw the people in the village," I protested. "I spoke to them." The man glanced at me, then said, "There's a tale that the village reappears for one day every 10 years. But you must leave before morning, or you'll be trapped forever." Could this be true? I thought of Lily's plea for me to leave. She must have known. Now, it all made sense. I rushed back to the village, but it had vanished. I searched and searched, but all I found were flowers and trees, and the sounds of birds and wind. Heartbroken, I sat down and wept. I will never forget that day. I remember Lily and will always love her. In 2 months, the village will reappear. On that day, I will return. I will find her again, and this time, I will stay with her forever. Our story ends here, but think about it. If it were you, what would you do if you could find the village when you came back? Would you stay in the village before morning, or would you leave on time? What would you want to say when you found Mary?